Hi guys, it's Angelique, also known as the Light. Welcome to my channel. We're gonna get right into it. Subscribe, click like on this video, share this video, internalize the words I'm about to say to you. Rest in peace, rest in power to Kevin Samuels. They're saying that he has deceased at 56 years old. For some of you, Kevin Samuels was your savior. Okay, you believe the words that he said, and some of the things he said were true, and some of the things he said were, I think, a reflection of his upbringing and his experiences. But that's everybody. Okay, that's everyone. Just like you believe the words in your religious books, you could believe the words coming out of my mouth or anyone else's mouth. It's sad. I haven't seen black people or people in general celebrate a person's death the way that they are doing with Kevin Samuels. Unbelievable. Why is Kevin Samuels your enemy? Why? Some of the things he said was true. I'm definitely not a black woman that hated him. Did I subscribe to his teachings? No. Was there some of the things that he said was true? Yes. Was some of the things he said was disgusting? Hell yes. Um, he never got money from me. I never try to get coaching from him or anything like that. Spiritualists have been telling y'all for years that spiritual wealth is the highest currency to have, but instead you believe everything in the 3D world. I am a good person because I'm skinny. That's what most of y'all believe. Y'all believe that. Then when you see an overweight woman like myself who has spiritual light, who can walk in the room and the whole room stares and looks at her, you're confused because you believe everything that you've been taught, from your parents to society to sick individuals, people who agree with the 3D realm. So his life has taught us it don't matter how fine you are. I think he was a handsome guy. It don't matter how fine you are. It don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter if you have millions of followers. It doesn't matter if you have a legacy. You got nice colognes and nice suits, and you got beautiful women around you that you're taking light from. It don't matter. When that death comes knocking on that door, it's time for you to go. It's time. 56 is really young. Believe it or not, my father died at 53. My mom died at 56. Okay. It's tragic and it's sad, and it lets you know that you can't just focus on your looks. You can't focus just on your accolades. You can't just focus on status and the cars and the money and the hoes and this and that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your life, your soul will be judged, not the degrees you got, the status you have. Those things are extra here on this earth. Those things are just extras. There's a lot of professional people with mental illnesses. There's a lot of professional people who are dealing with eternal things. You could tell by the way that he even spoke about women that there was definitely some issues or something that happened in his childhood. Anytime I come across a man that speak of women like that, not saying that a lot of the things that he said were true, he basically showed you exactly how the matrix is. He didn't create the high value man. He didn't create that image of high value man. Society, the elitists, the ones who control you, the ones who tell you, oh, you're dark skinned, you're ugly, when you're really powerful. The ones that tell you, oh, you're fat, you don't deserve love. Y'all already believed it. That's the reason why Kevin Samuels was so successful, because he was able to get a whole bunch of insecure people, third dimensional individuals who actually believed in that illusion. Illusion is very important in the third world, in the third dimensional world. It's important because it keeps certain people stuck And if you can keep people stuck, then that means only a certain amount of people will become millionaires and billionaires. Only a certain amount of people will have power. It's only a small group of people that is controlling billions of people, and they are controlling you, and even me at times, with this. If I can get this person to think that they're not worthy of love, they're not worthy of status, they're not worthy of money, they're not worthy of legacy, if I can get them to hate themselves, I can make money off of them. This man died a millionaire. What will your legacy be? What would you leave? What are you going to leave behind? He already left his legacy. He came, he saw, he conquered. The only tragedy has nothing to do with status. And it's so crazy. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but it's so crazy because people would even think, oh my goodness, he was good looking, he dressed well, he's a millionaire, he was popular, he shouldn't be dead. Says who? Says who? Maybe his contract, maybe his sole contract was 56 years and that's it. Everyone is going to leave. That's one. Death is something that is going to happen to us all. Get that out of your mind. That third dimensional shit is not going to work anymore. So I can't love myself because I'm overweight. I'm not high value because I'm overweight. But yet you're a piece of crap and you're skinny. Oh, I'm better than you because I'm light skinned. Do you see what they have been feeding y'all for centuries to hate yourselves, to keep you stuck? If they can keep you stuck in that cycle, then they can have the power over you. That old mindset has to die, and that's the reason why he's gone. It's not just he passed. That thinking, that process has to die. The third dimensional thinking has to die. It doesn't work anymore. That illusion is done. It's a wrap. High value men and high value women need to be people who are spiritually healthy. People who did their healing work. People who are not coming into your life to try to hurt you. That should be what is considered a high value man. Instead of, oh, I just want a man who has a Lamborghini, who has money, but yet they don't tell you a lot of these people who are millionaires or billionaires are sick in the head. They come from generations and generations of murderers and manipulators. God didn't create money. Man did. They don't tell you that those guys, a lot of these women don't tell you that those guys who have money and status, that they treat you like crap. You don't get covered emotionally. All you get is the money. And that's fine. If that's all you want, cool. But they don't tell you that. A lot of these women don't tell you that they get abused for money. They get forced into sex for money. They get disrespected. They get urinated on. They get tortured in the bedroom. All kind of things happen to these women. They don't tell you that. And on a low level, when I think about all the women that I grew up around, right? This was his Kevin Samuels method. Look good. Men only want, what was it? Fit, fine, and feminine women. That's what he said. Now, if you're in that third dimensional realm, that's what works. But it's not working anymore because the third dimension is shattered. It's over. It's a wrap. It's over. Looking fine ain't gonna work anymore. You're gonna have to have emotional intelligence in the fifth realm, fifth dimension. You're gonna have to have emotional intelligence and spiritual substance now. We can't survive off of BBL booties anymore. We can't survive off of implants anymore. We can't. We can't survive just off of slim waists anymore. It's not gonna work. We can't survive off of big penises anymore. It's not gonna work. It doesn't matter how fine you are. It doesn't matter how much money you have. All that shit is gone. It's dead. It's dead. His life is a representation of letting you know it doesn't matter. It's a wrap. It's done. If you don't have self-love, you're gonna get bamboozled. These individuals who are telling you false illusionists, fake spiritualists telling y'all that it's all about money, status, and looking good. And you believe it. You believe it. You believe it. I know many fine women. Now, going back to what I was going to say, there are so many women that I have come across in my lifetime who are very good looking, but they don't love themselves. Okay? Very good looking, and who would attract these so quote unquote high value men. These men treat them like crap. But granted, their rent was paid. They were lonely. They had no emotional support. They're at the doctor. Where's your man at? Oh, I don't know. He ghosted me. Man, not picking you up from the airport? No, he's not picking me up from the airport. They don't care about you. Y'all love people who don't love you. You run after people who don't like you. That's why Kevin Samuels was a millionaire. Because he was only telling you something that you believed. He was only telling you things that you already believe in yourself. That's why he died a millionaire. Are you gonna die spiritual-naire? Yep. I don't want to die a billionaire. I don't need $1 billion. Because it's what I am doing here, helping people, saving people, helping people heal, healing myself, healing my generation. That's what's going to get me to the next level that I need to get to. He might have to come back. He got the millions right, but did he get his soul right? There's no way in hell y'all can tell me that y'all listened to Kevin Samuels and thought that this man's spirit was right. That this man didn't need healing. There's no way, because a black man knows who the black woman is. He knows her position. He knows how powerful she is. So a true king, a true black king would have never spoke down on the black woman. Even though I agree black women are out of order right now. But black men are out of order as well. But he was a savior for some people. One thing I will say this before I close out this video. One thing I will say about Kevin Samuels. I did hear him say this, and this is true. A lot of people will say they hate men, they hate women, and when you ask them, when's the last time you were in a relationship? And they will say, oh, when I was 15, this girl slept with this person. Oh, when I was 21, this chick did me dirty. 15, 21, that's a child, basically. So you're judging a whole world filled of women or a whole world full of men based on something that you went through at 15 or 21 years old. And now you're like 30 something or 40 something. Date 30 somethings, 40 somethings, and then make a judgment. You can't make a judgment off of one heartbreak. And a lot of you do that. I know this gentleman who, He's in his 30s talking about the chick that cheated on him and got pregnant with somebody else at 20. That was 13 years ago. I understand that we get hurt and we learn lessons. But you don't have any experience. That's what Kevin Samuel said. You don't have any experience with women. You have an experience with a child. You're talking about something that happened to you at 8, 13, 21. And now you in your 30s and 40s talking about all women ain't shit, all men ain't shit. You don't have any experience with men and women. You don't have any experience with a man or woman who hasn't gone through some things, who hasn't healed. You're still talking about adolescence. It doesn't make any sense. When you get heartbroken, you have to learn the lesson from that heartbreak and you have to heal. And then you move on. You don't give that person your power. So that's one thing I will say. I did agree with Kevin Samuels for that. But he came, he saw, he conquered. But it lets you know that looks is an illusion. Looks are an illusion. I'm letting you know that now. A person could be skinny and be extremely unhealthy. A person could be overweight and be more healthier than you. A person could be fine and have extreme mental illness, delusions, and want to kill people. A person could be not so attractive and be the best man or best woman you will ever have, or friend you will ever have. Stop believing the illusion. Spiritual wealth is the only wealth you're going to die with. If you believe in heaven, that's what you go to heaven with. How you were here on this planet, in this realm. How you treated yourself, how you treated others, and what did you do? To me, a sad death is dying saying, I got a college degree, I got some money, and that's it. You didn't change no one's life. You didn't help anybody. You didn't even help your bloodline. My grandmother died a millionaire. Okay? And that funeral was empty as shit. I'm going to be real with you. Empty. It was majority of my friends who came to support me that was at her funeral. Because of her character, because of her spirit and how she treated people. That's why her funeral was empty. So don't worry about what Kevin Samuels came here to do. He did what he felt he needed to do. He came, he saw, he conquered. Think about what will be your legacy. How will you heal? How will you treat yourself better today? How will you treat others better? How will you address those issues that you have been ignoring for years? When will you realize just because someone is slim or someone looks good or someone has muscles, the most finest man I ever had wasn't shit. I'm talking fine. I mean, fine. Should be an actor. Could be a porn star, actually. Disgusting core. And he was shocked and blown away when I said, you're not for me. Couldn't believe it. Had the baddest chicks running after him. But oh me, because I'm overweight. He couldn't believe I rejected him. Why is that? Always remember this too. You will become the enemy when you don't agree with this third dimensional bullshit. When you are overweight and you love yourself, you automatically are their enemy. When you're dark skinned and you love yourself, you automatically are everyone's enemy. When you don't want that 9-to-5 job, when you don't want to get shooted up, When you don't follow what the box they created for us, the third dimensional box, the limited mindset, when you do not follow that, you will become the enemy. And even him, even Kevin Samuels became the enemy because he didn't follow what was in the box. He just showed you what was in the box. He showed you. He made money off that system. He became a millionaire off what they created. He didn't create the Matrix. He just showed you how it's being ran and made millions of dollars off of it. Because y'all believe it and y'all want to follow what's in the box. You don't feel comfortable with doing something that the crowd is not doing. And that's why Kevin Samuels was so successful and people will still be watching his videos while he's gone. Think about that. Think about that. Think about that. Who are you? Who are you? Are you who they told you you are? Are you who Kevin Samuels told you you are? Or are you who you believe that you are? Who you created? All right, guys, don't forget to send me donations and don't forget to book your phone sessions with me if you need help kickstarting your spiritual journey or your healing journey, or you need some help recovering from narcissistic abuse. All that information will be in the description bar and in the comment section. But for those of you who don't see it, my Cash App is $thelight777. My Zelle and my PayPal is neoangie3000 at yahoo.com. Peace and blessings. Y'all be safe. Go find yourselves.